Hi guys, Jon Watts here from the TruGolf Academy. You've joined me again at Drayton Park Golf Club, and today what I want to do is a video discussing the role of the hips in the backswing to stop any excessive swaying to the right or any reverse pivoting when our weight stays on our front foot, our lead leg. So I want to talk through what our hips should be doing and give you a simple exercise to make sure you're making the correct movement on your backswing. So I guess I'll go quickly through what I don't want to see first of all with these hips. So a lot of us are concerned about swaying. I get a lot of people who are concerned about that it actually doesn't cause them an issue, or perhaps they're not doing it. So there is a big difference between feel and real. Just because you feel like you might be doing something or might not be doing something doesn't mean that's reality. If you can get someone to get you on video, have a little look back through it. There's some really good cheap apps that you can record with video and then just put some lines on you or close to your body, and you would see if there was any excessive movement. After watching this video, you'll have a better idea of what you should be trying to do and what you should be looking for when you get yourself on camera. So the problems we see with the lower body on the backswing, a swaying movement with our lower body would be where I slide too much, for me as a right-handed golfer, to the right. So my pressure is moving to the outside of my trail foot. And when we get that, we'll tend to see the right foot, the trail foot actually rolling a little bit. You'll definitely feel the pressure there more on the outside of your shoe, and it puts a lot of pressure on that right ankle as well. So a sway to the right with the hips can cause some real problems. What we have to do on the downswing is sway back to the left before we can start to rotate. So it becomes a timing issue. Again, you may get some good success, but you're not going to be consistent from there unless you're hitting a lot of golf balls. So we don't want to see an excessive sway where the pressure moves to the outside of the trail foot. And equally, we don't want to see a player who hangs too much over the left side, or worse still, actually moves too far to the left towards the target. So their weight therefore would actually be on their lead foot. So we don't want to see an excessive sway to the right, and we definitely don't want to see a movement towards the target. When we see a movement towards the target on the backswing, what we'll tend to see is someone really trying to back up to get that ball airborne. Again, you could do that the right amount, but the chances actually are getting lower and lower. So what I've got here, you'll see, is a tour stick, a cane. It could be an umbrella, doesn't matter what it is, in the ground. I'm going to set up to this ball. And what you'll see with this cane is it's just following up my right leg, up my trail leg. And I've got around an inch gap there from my right pocket to that cane. And what I'm going to try and do is make a few practice swings where I'm going to feel like I just bump into that cane in that first move, and now I turn my right hip out the way. So I've definitely got some clearance at the top of the backswing. So there was a bump at the very start of the movement where on my right side, and it's really my right pocket, so right pocket or knee up to your hip that's going to be bumping into the cane, and then it's going to be turning behind it. And what you'll see on video there from face on, if I do that again, is here I'm really loaded. My pressure is on the inside of my right thigh, my sternum's behind the ball, but there hasn't been any excessive sway to the right. It has been a turn of the hips rather than a swaying movement, okay? So there's a slight bump to the right, and then my right hip's going to turn behind it. And from there, I'm in a really good loaded position that I can start to actually apply pressure down into the ground, down into my lead leg. So if we're wound up correctly on the backswing, it's a real power source because we can use our lower body correctly on the downswing. So let's go ahead and try and hit one or two from here. So it doesn't matter whether you're doing this with a driver or an iron. I've got a driver here. That cane, as I said, is following up my left leg, about an inch gap right pocket to that cane. And I'm going to go ahead and hit a couple and just bump the cane and then turn. I'm really happy with that one. That was a good ball flight. Let me just try one more there. So same exercise. Cane up my right leg. I'm going to bump it and then turn So my right hip, my trail hip, is behind that cane, so I've coiled up correctly. Let's hit one more. And that's a really good ball flight I've got there. Definitely got the feeling of loading up, applying pressure into my trail foot, and then being able to unwind correctly on the downswing. Has a real link to a video I've just put out there about coiling correctly. So I'll put a link to it in this video as well. Please check that one out as well. If you did enjoy this video, if it has helped, give us a thumbs up. Post any comments and questions below, any videos you'd like to see in the future, and please make sure you check out the channel TruGolf for plenty other content coming Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Thanks guys.